Thank you for coming to our first concert of tonight. So the 6:30 concert is just going to consist of our 5th and 6th graders. And our 5th graders are going to play 3 different tunes from their methods book, which is what we've been working out of for the last 6.5 months. So they are going to be playing numbers 70, 71, and 72, which are the Streets of Laredo, Donkey Riding, and then Themes from a Nutcracker. So like I said, these kiddos have only been playing for 6.5 months. I did the math this morning. And they have come so far since our very first band concert. If you remember, we played Hot Cross Buns and Good King Wenceslas. I can safely say that those would sound very different today if we were to play them again. So up next will be our 6th grade band, and I will go get them. I'll talk a little bit while the percussion finish setting up. So these next two selections, See the Conquering Hero Comes and then Riverside March, are both from the very back of the methods book that both the 5th and 6th graders learn out of. So these kids are going to have officially finished a method book by the end of their 6th grade year, which I've learned from talking to other directors is kind of unusual. A lot of people just kind of push the method book aside and move on to other things. But I think that the method book, if you do it in its completion, can really show and give you step-by-step improvement rather than jumping in headfirst to things. And this is hopefully going to set them up when they join our 7th and 8th grade band next year. So without further ado, here's the 6th grade band. So that concludes our 5th and 6th grade portion. Please feel free to stay and watch our high schoolers, our 7th through 12th graders, and we have a bunch of different groups performing starting at 7 o'clock. Thank you for supporting your kids and encouraging them to be in band. I am really looking forward to having these kids again next year as 7th graders in band. Thank you to Mariah Dant and Todd Hendrickson and all the support that we get from the elementary school as well over here. So thank you for coming again, and stick around or have fun, go get some ice cream, treat these kids. They've done a lot of hard work. Have a good night. Thank you for coming. You just heard from the Barnesville High School Jazz Band. We meet twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays mornings from 7:30 to 8 o'clock approximately. So we had 2 songs. One was called Buffalo Head. It is a funk tune. And then our last song was called Into the Sun, which is like probably my favorite that we've done all year in jazz band. It's just so much fun to listen and to play. Oh, it's just great. And we had a soloist in that one of our seniors, Lindsay Rotz. So coming up next is our junior high band. So this is our largest band by far tonight. It is composed of the 7th and 8th graders, and they're going to be playing 2 different songs. The first one, actually, the Battle of Pavon, was a student-picked piece. So 2 of my 8th graders decided to go through all of my music files, and they picked this one, and I was like, it's a march. It's probably going to go fast. And they're like, yes. So we tried it anyway, and it was definitely probably one of the only songs this year where they were just instantly like, yes, I like this one, especially our French horn players. They were like, yes, we should do this one. So you guys can sit down. So we're going to start with that one, and then our second one is called A Train Heading West and Other Outdoor Scenes. So this one actually has 3 different movements to it. The first one is called Prairie Ritual. The second one is called Rain on the Mountains. And the last one is called Train Heading West. And since there are different movements, we are going to have a brief pause in between. But historically, when symphonies and orchestras have different movements, you don't typically clap in between. So you'll know when to clap. I'll let you know. Okay. So without further ado, we're going to do a tuning note quick, and then we will play the Battle of Pavon. percussion, I have quite a few little things to bebop around and move. So I will just do my thank yous right now for the night. Thank you all for coming, most of all. Thank you to Jeff Nibby, who runs the pack. Without him, we would have no lights in here. I can turn about 3 of them on, and that is it. Thank you to Jennifer Gilland, who is our choir director, and she's actually retiring, which it has been such an honor to have such a great mentor, first of all, and a great coworker for this entire year. Thank you to Alyssa Nibby, who is our theater department, and then Brian Strand, who is the principal and is just a really strong supporter of the arts, and especially in band. And then thank you for encouraging your students to be here and to take part of music, and thank you to you guys for sticking around for the entire year. All right, so here is the train song. So up next on the program will be our brass quintet. And this is actually a group made up of well, 6 of the upperclassmen from concert band. And so they went to solo ensemble, which is a music competition. And so I think I talked about this last concert, but a lot of the different or I actually make all of the concert band, be in either a solo or a small ensemble, and they have the opportunity to go to MSUM and get critiqued by a judge. Typically, it is a college professor. And so this brass quintet that is coming out right now got a superior, which is the highest rank that you can get at the subsection level. And so they are actually going to be going on to state solo and ensemble on May 4th, which is held at Fergus Falls. It is open to the public, so if you were interested in hearing them come and play, feel more than welcome to come. And I made a mistake in the program. They're actually going to play 2 songs, one of which I believe the first one is the one that they are going to perform at state. And then the second one, or the first one's called Moving On. The second one is called Shake It Up, and that is one that they have prepared specially for this concert. So please enjoy from the BHS Brass Quintet. So now is the dreaded time of the school year where I have to talk about the seniors and say goodbye and all that stuff. So our seniors, which are Hadley, Sierra, Michael, Evan, Xander, Chucker, and Tyler, if you would come up front. Lindsay. Lindsay too. Not Sierra. I'm sorry. She was standing up next to Michael. That's my excuse. So these seniors are my very first ever class of seniors that I have had, and I could not have asked for just a better class, to be honest. They have been so supportive of me as a first-year teacher and then me as a new first-year teacher coming into this district. They have just shown so much dedication to the program. They have always been people that I can turn to, whether it's like, can you help these other underclassmen with this? Can you please come to pep band even if you are running in your uniform from the previous game? And they just do with a smile, and they're like, sure, even if it's what I'm doing is not going to end well. And all of these seniors are actually involved in our jazz band as well, which is just phenomenal to see how truly dedicated they are to this program. Your gifts are not here yet, I'm sorry, so you just get to stand there with your hands. But I do have an award that is given out typically at the end of the year. It is called the John Philip Sousa Award. That is a very well-known name in the band community, as John Philip Sousa wrote pretty much any iconic march that you can think of in the 1900s. It likely came from him. And so this is the most prestigious award that you can get in a high school band program. And this one was voted on by their peers. So this is a student that has not only shown his dedication and his just pride in the program, but he has also just gone above and beyond. And what's even cooler is that his peers chose him. And so Evan Packer has won our John Philip Sousa Award for this year. There you go. I like going down the line like it's graduation. That's awesome. Okay, so I am going to miss you all so much. Please come back if you were in town and play in pep bands and things like that. That'd be fantastic. And good luck with all your future endeavors. If you want me to email the band directors of what college you're going to, let me know. Okay, you guys can sit back down. So this group right here will actually also be performing at graduation. We will do the prelude and the postlude, and then we will also be doing a senior picked song. If you came to our first concert of the year, it is Moscow 1941, and that is what they picked to perform. Fourth grade roundup is coming, so if you have a fourth grader who is on the fence about band, you should tell them that like it's really cool and that they should do it. So you can be expecting some emails from me about testing and all that type of stuff. And I think we are ready to do our last two pieces. It is going to be an medley. There we go. Medley from Aladdin, and then a final one from Frozen. So thank you for coming, and the concert band. Thank you all for coming in. Can I get one last round of applause for our amazing seniors? Drive home safe. Treat these kids to some ice cream. They deserve it. Have a good night. Thanks for coming.